Episode number 432.
It's this constant idea of how do you keep great customer service, keep a positive yet strong labor mark so you're not over hiring and having too many people, but then not having enough. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing all day, man. It's hard.
Welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff, where we talk about life, dreams, social media, and business.
Well, hello and welcome to the Be Real Show with Travis Too Tall and Huff. Hope you're fired up, ready to listen to some fuego in your days, nights, weekends, or whenever you are listening to the show today. Because we are bringing you an insurance nerd that also runs a rocket dog and an incredible business from a passion project. He also has I think, brewery as well. Many different things going on with my guy, Mr. Kevin Lisitsin. Kevin, are you ready to be real today?
Let's be real, brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
We're bringing you on, my guy. And we are ready from my hometown, Fresno, California. I don't have many guests on the show, but I wanted to get some more people from my hometown on, expose people to obviously what we have going on in our city. But take me into your days. Talk to me about this. What got you into the insurance business? What started that journey into the insurance business?
Well, it's my root, man. It's my root. I love helping people. I like talking to folks about their risk, and just love feeling like at the end of the day I have accomplished something. And then on the financial side, the compound effect, man. Just knowing that if I'm able to service clients, take care of them month in, month out at their renewals, boom, they're being taken care of and they're renewing. And then year over year, we have growth and an opportunity to be able to give back to the community and just do a lot of things because being an insurance agent, I'm my own man, my own boss, my own manager, my own employee. My schedule is my own. I can do whatever I want.
It's amazing. That's incredible. That is incredible. My uncle is an insurance business. He had at some point 6 Allstate offices down in San Diego. And then he was, as he's gotten older, he's just merged them down. He's got 3 now. But he's talking about the business, the renewals, all the different things in the business, always a challenge. Obviously, we know that. We talk to entrepreneurs all the time. We always getting challenged by something. But what gave you the idea? Obviously, you're helping provide tons of value, tons of, if you want to call it, obviously, let's be real, a very necessary need, insurance. We all kind of need it in our lives, in our days now, different levels of insurance. Sometimes it's just the basic insurance. That's fine with you. Sometimes people need a lot more than just the basic for planning and for other things as you get your family going, etc. But what led me into your journey of then saying, okay, I got this business, got it going on, working hard. But what led you into the rocket dog business? What led you into the food business, which is a somewhat different business? Obviously, they're businesses, but it's obviously more maybe brick and mortar, maybe obviously more of a restaurant, which is food. How did that whole evolution go along when you were kind of brainstorming this? Because it is different. I like that it's different, but it's different.
Yeah, so I have great people around me, Travis, and to keep it real, I don't actually run day-to-day operations at the restaurant. My wife and I, my business partners, we have a lane. Each one of us does the lane really, really good. We're all at high level when it comes to managing those particular tasks. For instance, my wife is the chef. She created the concept. She created it. We call her the main filter. My business partner, Gary, may have this great idea to be able to do something, and then he'll put it through the filter, and then the filter will kind of create an answer and a solution, and then we have the product, whatever that product is. And so for us, Rocket Dog was the 4 people came together and created this about 10 years ago. So we started Rocket Dog in 2015, believe it or not. It's not nuts, man. It's been 8 years.
That's awesome.
So 2 years before that, my business partners reached out to me, and then we're just friends, wanting to go on a mission overseas and wanted to own a business to provide them an income overseas. And that was how the restaurant came about. Well, we're pretty naive and figured one restaurant would be enough to send them overseas, and learned real quick that the numbers just are not there. They were keeping it real to us. We learned, so that's why we decided to open up our brewery, because Rocket Dog was buying beer from other places. So why not make our own beer and then pay for our own beer in our own restaurant and capitalize on that beer. And then if we were to ever franchise Rocket Dog, that would be an option for the franchisee to be able to do that. And so,
nice, dude.
Yeah, that was like the concept. Now have things changed since then? Oh, Travis, we've pivoted multiple times. It's a very different dynamic now. We're a lot more focused on the brewery side because of the landscape in California is really hard to run business. And there's just more room for error, if I may, or outside influences in the brewery landscape. So we're focused more on that now. But yeah, man, our heart is hot dogs, and we love serving the community with that American cuisine.
Talk to me about what the challenges, because I know for my business, COVID affected our businesses shut down. Taking in-house operations in-house, some of them being very scared about their businesses, so they cut marketing. A lot of agencies got their hands handed to them if they were in the wrong kind of industries. If you were just in certain categories of business, been rough for some of them, because if you're just in financial and tech companies and all these companies are all seizing up things, they're all kind of tightening the ship on things. So for many, we're grateful we have a variety of different industries, thankfully, but we've had to be real about it. You know what I mean? And obviously that's been something I personally have had to take on as a challenge. So talk to me about that, because I think every business right now is obviously going through different things. Some of my restaurant clients, Kevin, the biggest thing they're going through right now, as some of them are expanding franchises, they're going into new markets, etc. Line cooks, hostesses. Some of these jobs that are somewhat fundamental to the business, they're having a hard time facilitating. You're going to have longer wait times at a restaurant if you don't have hostesses and line cooks. That's the reality. And then obviously when you go into a restaurant, Kevin, no one wants to have a long wait time. No one wants to sit for an hour and then wait for an hour to get your meal. And then, you're in 2 hours. We like the experience, but we kind of want to be in and out in a way. Has that been a challenge for you guys in your business as well with the employment? Is that a challenge to find people, keep them, retained, if you want to call it, and happy?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, we call it ticket times. Our goal is to get anyone in it from the ticket, from in the restaurant to sitting down with food, 15 minutes.
Wow.
That's kind of the fast casual, kind of like your goal.
Right.
And do we always hit that? No. Are there opportunities for us to do better in our processes? Yes, we've learned a ton over the years. And I could tell you that that when we are short a line cook, or we have somebody call out, or you do a marketing thing, right, and you boost something out, and now you have this influx of business that you haven't had. Now those experiences go from average of 15, 20 minutes ticket time. Now they're pushed to 45 minutes. That one client who's there just during that influx of business has a skewed view on how businesses ran.
Right.
And so it's this constant idea of how do you keep great customer service, keep a positive yet strong labor mark, so you're not over hiring and having too many people, but then not having enough. It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing all day, man. It's hard. Right. It's really hard because you want to keep, a healthy business will have their labor, around 10%. Breweries, bars, 3-5%. Right. And then you get into the fast casual restaurants and a lot of other businesses. You can get into the mid 20s pretty easily. Yeah. And if you're scooting 30 to 40% labor, which we do on bad days, you're losing money.
Right.
So yeah, it's a hard thing. So you have to hire the right people.
Yeah.
There's nothing about those folks you hire need to be able to go from one gear to the next gear, and then go back to the other gear, and then go from I'm making food to now I'm prepping food. No, I'm guest hosting. I'm pouring beer. They need to be able to do a lot, and that's one of the things we've converted. It's an interesting thing you even asked that, because my wife and I were just looking at our numbers. And we've been open now, like you said, for 8 years. And we went from a $7 hot dog on average to a $15 hot dog in 7 to 8 years.
Wow.
And that's just crazy.
That's just the reality we kind of all live in, right? I mean, your cost to deliver
probably could do more. To be honest, we probably should be more like $18.50 because our labor right now is crappy. But I mean, I just don't know how many people are going to come in for an $18.50 hot dog. Like it's just, the space is speaking us brightly, which is why we're shifting a lot of our time over to the brewery now.
So then lead us into the brewery. What other opportunities in the brewery, like bottling? You have obviously the opportunity to distribute some of it.
Yeah, distributing. Yeah, so for us, it's most market for that is going to be making your own beer and pouring it yourself.
Right.
So even distributing, you lose margins because the business who's buying the beer wants to have margins themselves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the barrel house. A barrel house has their own space where they have a space in, like, I think they are in 4 or 5 different cities, and they have their own tap houses. They don't offer food or nothing. They just have beer, and they put their breweries in communities that have food so people can bring their food in. And they make their own beer and they pour it in their own spaces and
make all the margin. So that's really the better model, if you could scale it, is having tap houses across the globe, obviously, or in the hottest markets.
All about scaling. Like right now, you're seeing, and we're in May of 23, right?
Right.
I read an article just yesterday from San Francisco that multiple brewers are selling and buying into one space, and the benefit of that is because they have fermenters that they've paid for that might not be to capacity, so they'll have like our brew space right now is at, say, 40% capacity. And we have 2 locations. So it would take us another 2 locations to get to like 85, 95% capacity, which is where you want to be.
Right.
And then when you get past that, it's where you need to grow for more fermenters and bigger spaces. But it's maximizing the fermenters and maximizing, the space that you have, but definitely it's more profit margin in having tap rooms.
It's in the tap. What about this model of like unlimited taps? Is that something that is thought of? I know there's some sort of model of you have a wall of taps and you just kind of go at yourself.
Like RFID? Yeah. So there's some restaurants concepts where you get a card at your table. You can go to a space to get it. I mean, that's an amazing idea because it helps you guys out kind of in the process of speed. Like people want to get their drinks. Go ahead and get your own beer. Go ahead. Like, don't need to wait for the bartender. I mean, think about how many times you just sit there waiting and kind of annoyed with like the bartender hasn't served you, and that's eliminated. You just walk up, serve yourself. You got your chip. It's a flat model of whatever it is, $40 or whatever. Kind of like the gym. You don't use it all. No worries. Some people are going to use it all. Some people are not going to use it all, right? Like some people are going to go ham. They're going to drink 100 drinks. You're going to be like, holy crap, this person really did a lot. Human body can only drink so much, but you know what I'm saying? Someone's going to go ham. And then on the other side, someone's going to have 3 beers. And you're going to... Yeah. And so the other space of that, this is where operations, I really geek out on it, is because really understanding, well, now you have somebody, right, who's created a computer system, a software program that does that. And so now that fee for that software is now considered a cost to your business.
Yeah, it's like an employee.
So it's one of those things where you're looking for experience or you're looking for speed or like that branding that maybe that they have around. And I've been to those places. I'll tell you right now, you're going to get a lot of foam because you don't know how to pour the beer. I'm going to lose that. That's loss in Rocket Dog. I don't charge customers for foam.
Right.
I pour it out, which means I'm pouring ounces at the same time I'm pouring foam out. Right.
Right.
And so they're not. So I don't know that makes up the difference for the fee, but definitely it helps maximize your employees that you have. So in that area, ABC, I would assume would require the employees to be managing the intake that consumer has there at the location, because they can only have, I think, so many on a card at a time.
Oh, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know all the particulars, but yeah, no, that's a new.
It's just interesting that, you know, a kind of the model of, hey, take, you know, maybe not put all your top, you know, all the taps on it, but take your top 3 SKUs of your drinks that you serve on a daily basis, and then put those in taps so that you don't have to do the service on those. Would just help make the business. It seems like it would be more efficient. It seems like people would have faster throw if those are your top SKUs. You're selling beer A, B, and C all day long. Look at the sales. The sales don't lie. The last year we sold X, Y, Z of these top 3. Put those on taps and let people serve it themselves. And then obviously you got the tender to do everything else. It seems like what would happen would be the service would speed up. That's all it would be. And then you would never have to worry about, if you have a sick bartender, you got your top 3 taps right there. Hey, my guy, we got your top 3 sellers right there that you guys can do for yourself. Now, obviously there might be some negatives to it, but it seems like in this business, it does somewhat make sense in the speed process. And then on the other side, as a consumer, hey, I don't want to have to wait 10 minutes to get your attention. And what do I need to do? Flag you down to get a drink here? You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of eliminates that, which in the bartending process, all you really want is to get me a drink and me take your money. Just like anything. I want to walk into Target and I want to walk out and spend $300, and I don't want to wait 500 hours. You know what I mean? To check it in the perfect world, in the perfect ideal world. You want to walk in, load your cart, do everything this. Hey, you're going to charge me $300. I don't need to put it on the thing. In the perfect world, you just know, and I walk right out of Target. No wait times. Think of how many customers would be more happy. I mean, just you walk in, you walk out. No wait times. You just walk in, walk out. Now, obviously, we're not there yet, but Amazon has these kind of locations where they have these in some of the high touch spots. It just eliminates customer friction, which, in my opinion, creates more customer loyalty to the brands. And for instance, if I go to a bar and I don't get a drink timely, I'm like, hey, this guy's an asshole. I don't want to come back to this bar. I come to the other place, I can go serve myself and it's no big deal. I have an easier climate and I don't have to worry about that. It eliminates some of that friction. It's an untold talk, but it's true. Some people know the bartender. They can get his attention right away. They're hitting every week. I come in there, they don't know me. It takes me 20 minutes to get a drink. You know what I mean? You know how it is. And so the whole point. It's just it's just an interesting perspective in the bar environment, only because, hey, all you really want is people to get the drink and get the money flowing, baby. That's all we really want. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want the friction. You don't want the friction to make a purchase, right? You just want their money. You don't want this kind of untold friction that exists in the bar setting. I know just because I've experienced it myself. I personally experienced it. And also being 6'8", it's a kind of like power of authority. Hey, you're tall. I got control of the bar. What's up? I'm not going to serve you until the last customer I possibly see. And I'll pretend like I don't even know it. Oh, you want something? Oh, I got you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just an interesting thing. But your business is growing, dude, which is amazing, which is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Where do you think the next steps are for the business? Do you think you will be focusing on more on the brewery side and less on the Rocket Dog side?
I don't really know yet, to be honest.
Yeah.
Wherever the business takes us is where I'm going to go, man. I'm all about just following the flow. If the flow leads us to more Rocket Dog, then that's where we go.
Right.
If the flow leads us more, I want to support my wife. I want to support my business partners.
Right.
I want us to grow and be successful so we can give back to our community in big ways, help our future families grow in those same ways. That's my passion. I try really hard to wake up, follow my calendar, and where that calendar leads me, I go next.
Let's go. It's good to have that.
That's how we do it.
Not be all rigid, not be totally rigid. But my dude, now we're about to take you into our top 10. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Apple or Android?
Oh, Apple.
Apple. Netflix or YouTube?
Oh, Netflix.
Netflix, Instagram, or Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram, chicken or steak?
Chicken.
Chicken, laptop or smartphone?
Oh, shoot. Smartphone.
Smartphone, Spotify or Pandora?
Spotify all day.
Spotify all day, baby. Movies or video games?
Oh, movies.
Let's go. Reading books or listening to books?
Listening.
Give me that Audible. Give me that Audible. Let's go. I'm listening to the 50 Cent book. He's got a very interesting message in his book. It's very fascinating.
I'll have to listen to it next.
Where 50 Cent was like 20 years ago on the streets to where he is now, like with Deepak Choi and like all these different people that you just like. He's embraced his age, and then he also is now embraced. He take all his passion. He's now a top movie show producer with his shows. So he transitioned all that same passion, and he knows I can't be the young kid on the streets that people are talking about. I'm 50 years old, and he took all that and put it into show. It's just fascinating that
Green Lights is the same, brother.
Yeah,
Matthew McConaughey.
Let's go. Yes.
Yeah, same.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. Stocks or real estate if you're thinking about diversifying portfolios?
Stocks.
Give me liquid. Oceans or lakes if you're thinking about a vacation?
Oh, oceans.
What ocean would you want to go to? You're out of here, not working today, and you're on a plane to the ocean. What ocean would you go?
I like simple and easy, man. I'm on the West Coast. I'll just shoot down to Cabo.
Let's go to Cabo, baby. Give me the short flight, and we're in paradise, baby. We're ready.
Yeah, short flight. Let's go.
Simple, when you're waking up, you're getting ready, you're pumped, energized for your day, Kevin. Why do you love being you?
Oh, my why, man. That's why. I have a purpose in life, man. I got an absolute massive goal in a nonprofit that we started called Diligent Heart. We work with foster kids from 15 to 25. With the curriculum that when they finish this curriculum, we help them find jobs, get them a mentor that's kind of like crazy uncle, crazy aunt, to do life with them and to really just be like a sponsor to that generation in our community. So when I wake up, that's my passion.
That's amazing.
Well, that was what we pivoted from our business partners with Rocket Dog.
Gotcha.
They ended up not going overseas because that nonprofit overseas was absorbed by their local community. 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, we talked about a different idea. I'm passionate about foster kids. My wife and I foster adopted. I donated a ton of time because I mentor kids through entrepreneur programs throughout the city. I see the need in just being available to children and a lot of foster kids. By a lot, I mean a lot, above 90%, over 15 never get adopted. And a lot of the kids you see on the street are foster and have never had a mentor. I mean, you talk about YouTube or Netflix, right? I mean, that's all they know. I mean, if they want to ask for advice, they don't have a human. They go to YouTube and just think about the questions you've had to some of your friends for advice, and all you had, no humanity, just go to YouTube. And it's scary to think who that person is going to be when they don't have a human they can have a beer with or go hang out and talk to, or go to a taco, go to a movie with. You take a lot of that for granted. So anyhow, this is a great passion of mine to work with kids and to give this back. We had our very first Spring Forward event last Friday.
Wow.
It was a huge success. 100 people showed up.
Wow.
I was crying. It was beautiful.
That's awesome, Kevin.
I haven't even done anything yet, man. And these folks see the mission and know the need, and they showed up. I have city councilmen that are donating money to the cause. I have the chief of police send people out there to support us. It's county supervisors. Like the whole city is really rallying around this idea because everyone sees the need. Yeah. It's a huge need. It's a huge gap. And I'm hoping to help fill that. But that's my passion. So that's what gets me up, man. My 3 kids, my beautiful wife, getting to see you today got me out of bed.
Let's go, baby. Ready.
Got on my bike to get my energy level high.
Nice.
Look at this jacket.
You're freaking looking like a young stud right there in the booth, baby, ready to go take on the world, baby. I love that, dude. I love that you have that bigger soul, bigger passion. I didn't even know that about you. I don't know if I just didn't didn't like see it, or just like, you see everyone's different posts. You didn't know. It's like, that's the best thing about why I do the show too, man. That's amazing, dude. I have
thanks, man.
friends that grew up through that process, and that fortunately did find foster parents, but it's always been tough. And they talked to me many times about the feeling of abandonment and so much that comes with that, which is, I feel a little bit like was in a divorce family, but nothing like what it would feel like to be, in that situation. So
it's crazy, dude.
Appreciate you for doing that. Diligent Heart.
Diligent Heart. Yeah.
Diligent Heart. That's amazing, bro.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on your show.
It's my pleasure, my guy. We're about to go through a couple more last questions with you. If you we're done with the business, would you ever retire? Would you ever retire with the business?
No
retirement.
No, not gonna do it.
Keeping it going till we end.
I enjoy it too much.
Do you think? How do you start your day? Do you have like a routine, or do you have a practice?
I do.
Yeah. How does your morning usually look?
I do the miracle morning.
Okay. What does that look like?
So I wake up 5:30, 5:45.
Nice.
I do a devotion where I read a little. I do some meditation.
Nice.
I do some scribing. I do some exercising. And it's been doing it for almost 2 years now. It's just changed my life. So yeah, I do that every day. It's a great thing. I notice it when I'm not doing it.
Right.
I notice a difference in my mindset and my energy level, how my perspective, especially affirmations. Affirmations have fired by far. Looking at my goals. I have them written out. They're in my bag everywhere I go. Everything's laminated.
That's awesome. So you laminate them? You laminate the goals? I love that. So you can take them with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
And then how long does that process take in the morning? How long does it take usually?
If I do the 15 or 10 minute workout, which I don't do every day, that's the one thing I definitely need to do more often. It's 30 to 40 minutes.
Got you. If not, it's like 15. Oh, okay. So if you don't do it, it's 30, 40 minutes. If you do it, then it's an hour.
It's an hour. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's efficient. You get a lot of things done right there, dude, in an hour. Let's go. Is there a skill you're trying to master right now? Something trying to get better at? Something trying to perfect or work at?
Yeah, thinking about taking a lot of what I've learned and becoming a coach and helping other people grow their businesses.
Nice.
To be able to see organizational things. I think that would be something I really enjoy. I get a lot of excitement around helping the kids at local high schools create their own little entrepreneurial businesses, and I get a lot of excitement out of that. So I think I have enough dumb tacks where I've made enough mistakes to be able to take it to different corporations and help them fill some gaps.
Absolutely.
That would be something that I would inspire to do when it comes my way, for sure.
Just go to ChatGPT, start saying, write a outline about how we can dominate the consultation space. No, I'm just joking. But ChatGPT can basically create an outline for you to help you, essentially tackle any topic. I actually had it yesterday write an entire sports book about selling sports cars on eBay and whatnot. It wrote the outline and it wrote 12 chapters. 12 chapters, folks. And obviously I'm going to have to go through, edit, maybe add my own little touch. A lot of it's pretty dang good. And it's incredible the amount of time that those things, kind of tools can take you. And like in this business, you're going to need a website and some other additional things. So it can just support you. And there's AI tools right now that will create a website in 5 minutes. Slides.ai. Yesterday, I used this tool. It took that book. I took an entire text of the book. I only have it a free account for 2,500 characters. But if you get a full account, you get, the full thing. It made a PowerPoint slide in 5 minutes. I clicked the button and it made the whole slide for me. It did everything. So it's incredible, like the world we live in today, as far as content creation and some of the brainstorming techniques that we need, writing techniques that we can need to use artificial intelligence to help us with these tactics of consultation or any other type of things. Hey, you don't want to spend an hour thinking about all these things. Let's have ChatGPT kind of figure some stuff out, and then you can kind of finalize it. Put your touch on it, add your spin, make it more personal. But it's incredible. It's if you're not using these tools today to do some of these things like you're talking about, like for me, write another book for the business, I can't do that. It costs you $10,000 to get a ghostwriter. Just so you guys know, around $10,000 to get a ghostwriter, or it's going to take you hundreds of hours of your time. Not saying that we don't have time to write books, but hey, I was just a test. Hey, let's see what we can do. 20 minutes later, I wrote a book. An entire book.
You're
20
always
pages.
thinking, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. In my business, content creation, it costs a lot of money or time, and so using tools like that helps you save a little bit. Last questions for you, my guy. Is there a tool or an app that you like using in the business?
Tool or app? My Outlook calendar.
Outlook dominates. I like the calendar is nothing like knowing what's going on in your day. If you could sit down tonight with anyone in the world, who would you want to sit down with?
Elon Musk.
Elon, baby, he's coming to you. I wonder what Elon's up to, man. He's doing all sorts of interesting things, man. He got one of the top ladies in advertising to run Twitter. He's just a fascinating guy, I think, for finding that person to run his companies. Like a female runs SpaceX. Tesla, obviously, he put in the work on. When Tesla was going to shit, guys, he literally slept at the factory for like months.
Yeah.
At the fucking factory. So everyone knew the boss is not playing games. And literally put in the work. I just like the guy. I like the guy. And
it's a good book.
Yeah, dude, he is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. I think I'm really grateful for him in this era, because think about if we didn't have him. I mean, think about if we didn't have someone that's thinking about how to help the world in many ways. And also with the AI stuff, I think he's coming up with some AI companies. They're coming up with a Tesla cyber kind of bot thing that can kind of do all sorts of tasks. That's coming soon. Tesla robot, basically. The Tesla robot coming soon. Tell me about this for business. Where's the best place for people to learn more about you? Whether it's on social, whether it's online, where can we send them? And it could be multiple places. We'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah, IG, Instagram. Yeah, Instagram, TikTok, and
what's the TikTok? What's the TikTok? We got to find you on TikTok.
On the TikTok,
is it your same name? Is your name on TikTok?
Yeah, it's my name. I don't have anything else on that. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah. Yep.
So we'll plug them on the Instagram. We'll plug them on TikTok. My guy, Kevin, I appreciate you so much for coming on the show today. We want to thank you again for your time today, and let's keep being real.
What another epic episode. And if you enjoyed the episode today, can you please do me a favor and subscribe to our podcast, The Be Real Show, on iTunes or your favorite podcast platform. And also take a little time today, if you don't mind, and give your boy T Huff a review. I would really super appreciate it. And thank you so much for listening today. We're all going through a lot right now. And Real-Time Outsource, my business, is giving back to local and small businesses. Through our social media services and campaigns, we are actually helping small businesses get more exposure during these times, and also when we get through these times. At the end of the day, we don't know how long this is all going to last, but most importantly, you got to think about your business right now. Take it seriously. So come check us out at realtimeoutsource.com, and we would love for you to qualify and get the process started where we can take a look at your business and see if we can qualify you for some of our services. At little to no costs for most of the businesses, and some businesses, you're going to have to pay, but that's just part of life, right? But most importantly is that I think this is the time, folks, that you can actually help thrive in your business. And so I would love to help you personally with our team. We're all going through a tough time right now. So take advantage of us. realtimeoutsource.com. Check us out. And we would love to do some business with you and help you with your social and digital media in 2020 and beyond.